ways that terrorist groups launder money is through something called a hawala. And it's a time-tested, old school way to transfer money. And so what you do is you go in to see, Omar the tent maker, and you say to Omar, hey, listen, I want to transfer $50 to my friend Mahmoud in Cairo. And you give him $55. He sends an email to some guy in Cairo, and they generate a 16-digit number, and they'll say, Mahmoud's going to come in, and when he comes in, give him his $50. And then Omar the tent maker and Mahmoud split the $5 fee. So it's untraceable, utterly untraceable. And it happens every day all across the Middle East and parts of Africa. So I went to see the chief of police of Dubai, and I said, how do you follow what's happening here? And they follow it. So just to test it, I sent myself $50. I said, I want to send something to myself. I live in Washington, D.C. They said, okay, it'll be $55. Gave them the 55. They gave me a 16-digit number, and they told me to go to this Arabic bakery in Bethesda, Maryland. So I flew home a few days later. I take the subway up to Bethesda. I went in with my 16-digit number. The guy looks in his little ledger that he has, and he gives me my $50. No record. There's no trace of it. Completely anonymous. You don't have to show any ID or anything. So that's how they transfer drug money. That's how terrorist groups finance themselves. But the Dubaians have a beat on it.
So you were there to educate them on that?
No, I was there to ask them, how the heck do you do this?
Oh.
Yeah, and they were like, well, there are a lot of threats that take place at the same time. Yeah, like we can beat you on the soles of your feet with a baseball bat, or you can give us copies of your ledger every day at the end of the workday. The Middle East.
Your choice.
Your choice, that's right.
So had the U.S. sorted out the hawala problem at this time? Because I would assume that terrorists were using it in the U.S.
And they continue to use it. The U.S. hawalas are easy enough to infiltrate. Any FBI agent can go to this Arabic bakery, and they probably already have gone to the Arabic bakery in Bethesda, Maryland, and said, look, we're going to fuck you up, or you're going to give us access to your books. The U.S. government is far more worried about cryptocurrency. Yeah, that's why, doing my taxes, this most recent iteration, Quicken asked me 3 different times if I had bought or sold crypto. Like why 3 times? It's because they're so worried about terrorist financing and money laundering. Like, have you bought or sold crypto? Are you sure you haven't bought or sold crypto? Maybe you forgot. You want to think about it a minute? Have you bought or sold crypto? I'm like, no, I don't have any crypto. But they're very worried about it.
Well, what I was going to ask is, because